I'm hearing it takes strength to be good. It takes strength to be good. Let's see what this energy is about. It takes strength to be good, which is to me an obvious statement, but let's see what that is about. This is a person that is a big dreamer, like a person that thinks about the future a lot and thinks about getting to that future as fast as possible. I just heard you need to cut that shit out. Okay, so what I'm getting here, so it takes strength to be good is almost like telling you that you cannot take these shortcuts. The shortcuts are an illusion, and you have to kind of cut the things that you, it's almost like a mentality switch that is needed here, okay? There are certain habits, certain thoughts, certain thought patterns that could be influencing the way you want to reach your goals. And it seems like you are a big dreamer. We have the Ten of Pentacles, which is someone that wants it all, that wants the finance, the family, the love, the attention, all of it, whatever it is that your goal is in life. It seems like it's a big dream for you. And you do have that potential because you're not shown a vision without it being specific for you, without it being meant for you. But the way we get to those dreams is our responsibility. Like they say, it's the journey, not the destination. The destination is there differently to each and every person. But the journey is what we have to learn, understand, or even relearn to get to a better destination. So it's like sections before you get to where you want to go. It's like phases of learning, growing, relearning. And when I say relearning, it includes cutting out habits that do not work for the next phase. So there could be a way of thinking that is holding you back from moving to the next phase. And even if it's something that you have invested in and you're like, you know, when you do something, you are already doing it, but it feels as if like your intuition could be telling you, yeah, but this doesn't feel right, or this is not what I want to do. It's because your intuition is trying to shift you towards another way of doing it. But then your ego is telling you, yeah, but you already started, you've already put a lot of effort in it, you've already invested in it. And so it's trying to tell you that you can cut your losses, whatever the investment is for you. You can cut your losses and find another way. You don't have to attach yourself to the method, because if the method is not working to take you to the next phase, you have to kind of recalculate and find another way. Now, obviously, there could be some loss attached to that, but it's not going to be as bad as you continuing on doing the same thing over and over again over a long time, because the sooner you cut your losses, the less you lose. So it's in a way telling you to check in with your ego. Ego check-in. Why is it hard for you to let go of a certain habit or a certain method? Is it like fear of failure or fear of being looked at as failure? Is it you or is it about other people? So these questions you need to ask yourself. Awareness is the best way towards change. If you bring awareness to something that is confusing you, or if you feel like a certain conflict towards a decision or a way of living or a lifestyle, and you find yourself in conflict, meaning your intuition goes against your ego sometimes, and you find yourself kind of confused if it's the right thing, then it's almost like an indication that you need to sit with that and find who's talking. Is it the ego or the intuition? And you need to kind of put the ego in its place, because the ego will keep you stuck. Okay, the ego will keep you stuck, and it keeps you stuck in a certain, how do I say it? The ego will keep you stuck in ways that you're used to, okay? Even if these things don't work, it's almost like it takes it as a personality trait. It takes it as who you are, which is a myth. You're like, nothing is who you are unless you claim it to be. Okay, so what I mean by that is that your ego could convince you that what you're doing, even though it doesn't align with your spirits, your soul, it could convince you that it's who you are, so you have to stick with it now because it's what you're known for. It's what people expect of you. If you change things, what will people say about you? Or what will you lose your identity in a way? There is emotional attachment to this way of living. And it feels like you want to go to the next phase in your life. You want to upgrade. You want to go to the next level. But you cannot go to the next level the way you are currently. So there needs to be a shift in the mindset. A shift in perspective. A shift in your identity, your personality. And if you're worried about what other people think, then that is something to investigate within you. I feel like, I mean, if you ask me, you need to free yourself from what other people think, because that will get you nowhere. A lot of people will cheer on for you when you are the same. Because people don't like change. And when they see change in others, they feel threatened by it. But it's part of living. Change is part of living. and it's nothing to be feared. If these people that you worry about are not understanding that, then they're not meant to go to the next phase with you. That's why sometimes when you see people doing something and doing something differently, they start to lose people around them. Because when you change yourself, you change your surroundings. It's just natural. Yes, here comes the Fool. The Fool is number 0. This is the change that, like, okay, so there it could be more than just change of mindset. It could be like change of mindset, but also physical change, meaning that you could change things so drastically and so obviously that you won't be recognized anymore as the person that you are. And so it feels as if it's encouraging you to be okay with that, because when I started the reading, it started with it takes strength to be good. So it's almost like it's telling you there is self-sabotage here. And you are the one that is capable of changing that. No one else, no other circumstance but you. Just know that the way that you think, the way that you see things, and your perspective about life and how you deal with life is based on past experiences. And that's a natural response, but you have the responsibility to filter out the habits that are not aligning with the next phase that you're trying to go to, that you're trying to reach, that you're trying to access. Whether that is in the physical or on an emotional level or a mental level. You have the power to make the wheel of fortune turn in your favor. You have the power to set things in motion towards accessing the next phase in your life, which will get you closer to the goals that you have been setting for yourself. And that are meant for you. We have the Chariot, yes. You are the person that is capable of changing things around and changing them so drastically that you could be unrecognized. But will it be worth it? Yes. And your next phase could be one of those phases where it will be testing you. It will be testing your patience. It might test your strength. So it's almost like in preparation for the next phase, it's telling you it takes strength to be good. And when I say to be good, it is the validation of your being. The good that your soul associates with. The good that your soul is destined for. And it's not an easy journey. It is not easy to be good, in whichever way good is perceived or expressed. It is not easy. It is easy to self-sabotage. It is easy to just do whatever the fuck other people want. It is easy to be a people pleaser. It is easy to do or to be bad, whatever bad is, right? It is easy to be that. It is easy. But it's not easy to be good. to have discipline, to have self-respect towards honoring your destiny or honoring your life, honoring your values, honoring your morals. Because these things matter in the way you feel, the way you deal with things. The way you take on life. And if you are this big dreamer, it is necessary or it's important that you allow yourself to relearn things as you grow, because for you to be great, which seems to be your aim, you have to be able to unlearn bad habits and relearn new ways of thinking, new ways of doing things. And it might seem hard, okay, because if you are at the beginning of kind of like upgrading, let's say, it might seem hard, it might seem as if it's not worth the while, but this change is fun. This change is fun. So don't think, oh my God, I have to change so that I get what I want. Just have a positive mindset, and it feels as if like there needs a shift, or there needs to be a shift in the mindset, especially here. Okay, it's the mindset, but take it as a fun journey. Take it as an experiment. Take life as an experiment. Do things that work and leave the things that don't. And do it with good faith. Do it with good heart. Do it with your soul, your being is at peace while you're at it. If it doesn't, then that's something there's something that's telling you it's not right. Don't do this. And you have to be able to differentiate between your ego and your intuition for you to make the right decision. Remember, the ego wants you to do the same things over and over again because the ego likes the predictable. The ego likes the approval. The ego likes the comfort. But your intuition will push you to be better, will push you to grow, will push you to experience new things, new way of doing things. Whenever, like, I wrote a quote a while ago, and it says, feeling good is the validation of your being. If you find yourself doing something and feel good doing it, then this is the validation of your being. If it feels good in your head, but it doesn't feel good in your heart, that is the ego trying to keep on, like, make you do things a certain way. But if it feels good in your heart, that is the validation of your being. And it's not easy for people to trust their heart more than they trust their mind. Okay? It is not easy. And it's the way this society is set up. Fuck the feelings, trust the ego, trust the mind. But it's actually the other way around. So I'm gonna leave it here. I wish you the best of luck on your journey, and I will see you soon.